Okay, good morning, guys. I'm going to talk about your English lesson for today. Your targets are: I can distinguish between the subject part and predicate part of a sentence. I can identify the subject and the verb in a sentence. I can identify adjectives. I can combine sentences that have the same subject part or the same predicate part. I can change a run-on sentence into two separate sentences, and I can use adjectives to make sentences more interesting. So I'm going to go over the review sheet that we normally pull up on the board so that you'll know what you're looking at when you do your practice pages on 295, 296. So let's look at sentence number 1, and let's go through all of the parts that we talk about when we decide if this is a sentence. So number 1 says, the boys read the book. When I look at the sentence, I ask myself, what is the verb? And the verb is read. So I am going to circle the verb, and then I'm going to separate the subject from the verb. That tells me that my subject is boys, and the boys read the book is the whole sentence. The subject part is the boys. The predicate part is read the books. Now let's look at sentence number 2. The gray kitten drank the milk. The kitten drank the milk. I need to know which of these sentences is more interesting, and it would be the gray kitten drank the milk because the word gray describes the kitten. When I look at number 3, I have two sentences. John raced across the green field. Jim raced across the green field. In these two sentences, my verb is raced. My subjects are John and Jim, and the parts that are the predicates are the same. The subjects are different. So I'm going to join my two subjects, John and Jim raced across the green field. In these two sentences, I made one more interesting sentence by joining the two different subjects with the like predicates because the predicates were the same. In the next two sentences, I have Kayla sings at home. Kayla sings at church. So I'm going to find that my predicate or my verb in both of these sentences is sings. My subject in both of these sentences is Kayla, but the part that is different in each of these sentences is at home and at church. So I'm going to combine my subject and my verb, and I'm going to then join the two places that she sings with the conjunction and. Kayla sings at home and church because I'm looking for the parts that are different in the predicate. The subjects are the same, my verbs are the same, but the parts that are different are home and church. So I join those two parts with the conjunction and. On number 5, we have the sun made the day warm, we played outside. Well, in this sentence, I have two predicates. Made the day warm, so that means my subject is the sun. And I also have the predicate played outside, and that makes my subject we. So that lets me know that I have 2 complete sentences, and this is a run-on sentence because I started with a capital, ended with a punctuation mark, but I put 2 thoughts in there with no breath, with no pause. The sun made the day warm, we played outside. And that's not how we speak. So we're going to separate this into the sun made the day warm, period. You need your period and you need your uppercase. We played outside. And now I have 2 complete sentences expressing 2 complete thoughts. All right, the next part, improving sentences. This is number 6. Tim eats hot dogs, his friends like pizza. Again, I have a beginning capital and an ending period, but I have 2 predicates, eat hot dogs, with the subject of Tim, and like pizza, with the subject, complete subject of his friends. So I need to add a period and a capital to create 2 complete sentences instead of 1 run-on sentence. Tim eats hot dogs, his friends like pizza. We don't speak that way, not on purpose. Tim eats hot dogs, his friends like pizza. His friends eat hot dogs, period, uppercase. His friends like pizza. Easier to understand, makes more sense. On the next 2 sentences, we are going to add adjectives to describe the underlined noun. The blank car went down the road. Is it a soft car or a red car? And I'm going with it was a red car because I'm not sure that I would want to ride in a soft car. Tom kicked the blank stone. Small stone or fast stone? Well, I guess if you kicked it hard enough, it could be fast, but we're going to go with small anyway. So that is a review of what you're going to do on workbook pages 295, 296. I have all kinds of confidence in you. I've tried to complete the page the way that you'll need to complete it in the book, but please, please, please read those blue instructions. Read the blue instructions. Again, read the blue instructions. Don't think that just because you think you know what you're supposed to do that you're actually doing it correctly. Read the blue instructions. I love you. I know you're going to read the blue instructions. And remember, this is for a grade, so do your best work.